We 3 rounds deep, and Shedeur Sanders is still on the board.
After being called potentially being a top 10, potentially being the number one pick in the draft, because according to everybody that's been talking about it, he is one of the hottest quarterback prospects going into the draft. It's very surprising to see that we are now basically at the bottom half, literally the end of the third round, and still no pick for Shedeur Sanders. Right now, we have the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, on the clock, which have the next two picks, which are 98 and 99.
And he could go here.
And he could go here, but it's yet to be seen. It's yet to be confirmed that Shedeur has landed anywhere as of right now. So I would be very surprised if we go through this whole round and he still isn't picked up and we go into the fourth round. If he falls to 4, bro, it's like I don't understand. How do you become how are you one of the hottest prospects, quarterback prospects going into the draft, and yet you don't get drafted in the first 3 rounds?
I think there's a lot of determining factors in that you have to kind of take into consideration.
Mm.
The fact that you say Vegas is on the clock, right?
Yeah.
I heard that there were rumors that Shedeur and Dion had reached out to Tom Brady, like, "Hey, come get me," type situation.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he was projected at one point to go number one in the NFL draft and have Travis go number two, that was something that was spoken about for a time. But then you start hearing things like he's not wanting to work out at the combine. Uh, Rumors are coming out from NFL higher ups. He's a terrible interview. Like he's entitled. He's full of himself. He thinks he deserves everything. Some of that could come from the fact that his dad
Is Deion
coached him.
Sanders. Yeah.
His dad coached him.
Mm-hmm.
You go, you send your NFL scouts and you have them talk to the coach, and you're just like, "Hey, give me the lowdown on this player." What are you going to get from a coach at Colorado when he's the coach's son? Are you going to get the truth?
Or
Are
are
you
you
going
gonna
to get
get
some fluff?
or are you gonna get all the out of proportion stuff that, oh, my son is the greatest thing that's ever come across since, sliced bread. It's one of those things to where something's got to give. According, apparently, a lot of teams didn't. It rubbed them the wrong way as far as, like you said, as far as how he interviews, how he's entitled, and everything else. But yeah, you have to take into account who's his dad. His dad is Deion Sanders, one of the most prolific NFL players that's ever played the damn game. So I don't know, man. To me, it just I think he gets a bit of a bad rap just because, as any father would, you're going to teach your sons to think that they're the best, and especially when you were considered to be one of the best, if not the greatest, football player to ever play the game. When you talk about an overall football player, not just for a certain position. So it's one of those things to where, yeah, if you're stemming from that kind of tree, um, I mean, it's gonna rub off on you, man. You're gonna have that swagger about you. You're gonna have that confidence in you to be like, I'm Shador motherfucking Sanders.
What does that mean?
Exactly.
And
to
then
some
you have
people, to some people it don't mean shit, and to other people it means, you could be getting
like,
something
three
great.
rounds into the NFL draft, it don't mean nothing.
Yeah, so far it don't.
And the other rumor that's kind of circulating around is maybe NFL teams don't want to have to deal with Papa Sanders. Maybe that's the issue is,
That's another thing too.
you know, you know what comes along with it. And Dion's the NFL coverage was kind of crap on that because like Travis Hunter's on the clock and they're showing Shedeur Sanders tape, and they're talking about Shedeur, and it's
Yeah.
like Travis Hunter's about to get drafted here, and y'all giving
Yeah.
Shedeur shine. Uh, Shedeur comes out, I think today, and he was just like, "Hey, you know what? That's not what we wanted, but tonight's gonna be the night. This is where something's gonna happen."
So far, it hasn't been. So,
And I'm just saying, like, there's I think everybody has to have a bit of when you get to that level, you have to have a bit of that it's not cockiness, it's confidence. You have to know what you stand on, right? Like
yeah,
you have to know what you're made of.
exactly.
You got to have that belief in yourself. But there's a fine line there, and I think he tiptoed on the wrong side of that fine
I
line.
think so. I
And
think
that's
so.
okay. He's young. He'll
Hmm.
learn. But you see the attitude in college,
Yeah.
show off the rollie, and I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I don't care what you say. Papa Sanders did a lot of covering up for his son,
Yeah.
and he did a lot of he coddled him. Maybe he was hard on him, but he coddled him. Uh, he coddled Travis as well, but look at the comparison between Shedeur and Travis.
Yeah.
Travis does not carry himself the same way. He comes across with a lot more humility.
Yeah.
And that just kind of is what it is. And I don't wish anything ill for Shedeur. I really do hope that he finds a team,
Yep.
and I hope he finds it sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys did something crazy like,
To move
hey,
up to get something in the fourth round to pick him up.
yeah, we'll move some stuff around to get a fourth round pick so that we can pick him up. I can't believe Pittsburgh didn't pick him up. I can't
And
believe
I can't believe the Raiders didn't just pick him up because
the
Raiders
Raiders
had
haven't
back
picked
to
him
back
up.
picks right now, and they got Caleb Rogers, guard out of Texas Tech, and then Charles Grant, outside tackle from William and Mary. So, yeah, that was one that we were discussing off camera that you thought that's where Shedeur was going. Here it comes, Shedeur Sanders. That's the pick right there, and nah, it don't look like it. And the last three picks in this round go to San Francisco, Philadelphia, and Minnesota, which none of those teams, from my understanding, need a quarterback or have a quarterback need. So, not to say that they're not going to pick one up by the name of Shedeur Sanders, but I'm just saying, doesn't look good for this round.
Yeah, it's not looking particularly promising for the third round,
Yeah,
and it starts to kind of make you wonder what do these teams know that maybe hasn't been let out as of yet. If it
yeah,
continues to get worse, then it becomes more and more of a national story, and I hate that for him because
yeah.
that's not fair, dude. Like,
It's
there's so
not.
many players that are into the draft and don't even get drafted. But when your last name is Sanders and your dad is Dion, you kind of get
Yeah,
that comparison. And you're in that shadow, and your dad was a high pick, and your dad did this, and your dad did that, and it's like, hey, I'm not my dad.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I wish him nothing but the best. I hope somebody picks up the phone and gets with him soon. And we'll see. I don't know if maybe us bringing on Joe Milton the third will prevent us from reaching
pick.
out and saying, okay, we'll take Shedeur.
Yeah.
But
Who knows, man? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
we gonna find out.
Oh yeah, we're gonna find out here in the with the next. I mean, the pick for San Francisco is in right now. Philadelphia's on the clock, so after them is Minnesota, and that's all we got left. That's all she wrote for the third round. So I guess we'll find out real soon.
We're gonna learn. We're gonna learn. But yeah,
Mhm.
keep your head up, Shedeur.
Yeah,
Hopefully things turn around. And ultimately, I always do believe that whatever happens was God's plan, and whatever God's plan
for
for you
sure.
is, you accept it. It's not necessarily our job to understand what the plan is, Our job is to see, hey, this was the plan, and take it from there. Like, okay,
Yeah.
go with it. So, best of luck to you and all the rest of the individuals that are still looking for that opportunity at the next level.
Yep.
There's only a select few that get to go that far, man. So,
Yeah.
good luck.
Good luck.